This man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was...
Show me his...
That's what...
Come on.
An attack...
What are his... You did... I don't Who?
You know...
Oh.
Do you have...
That'll do.
Any...
Very well. I'll examine him. His skin shows abnormal loss of color. His fingertips and toes seem to feature its... severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of fatigue. Slight... 30-year-old subject. Severe erythematous papules around the eyes and ear...
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem
he had...
No. Whatever.
Doctor...
You know... In spite of the muscle contractions, his...
Yes.
And what about...
It's...
Look at the...
I'm sure...
I see some...
He's... And he... Yes, but that does...
I almost don't believe it myself.
What do you...
No. And this...
Where could he...
I prayed...
Dr. Cope,
what I'm...
let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate... I've done to him what I do to all...
Your imagination...
There...
His... I don't...
Oh, could it...
You are a...
Fascinating. It's you...
For this...
I have...
I will...
You deserve to me...
Was that a threat? What?
It was a warning. My word...
It's...
Oh, that evidence exists. I need...
And I... Of course...
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects. This place draws you in and never lets you go. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's
What a
temperamental,
pest.
if I understand
It's
correctly.
so unfair.
Elizabeth? You...
Because... And the one... I had to...
Do you really...
So...
I see. Courage.
Thank you.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office, but rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary.
I will tell him. joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
It's temperamental,
And I'm
if
the
I
one who
understand
pays.
correctly.
What a pest. It's so unfair.
Just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office. The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan. The operating room is never accessible after an operation. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
Would you know?
Betty didn't put it back.
I'll ask her.
But if I'm...
What is the
Miss...
I'll see to it.
And the family...
I'll never
Rule anyhow.
understood.
As a matter...
Oh.
You should...
Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. The boiler room key is not in its place.
Doctor?
Would you know where the key...
Betty didn't put it back in its place? But if I...
I'll take...
Dr. Colden. Do you want something? I think that you're needed in Block B, Doctor.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we...
You did good work.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll in the mean...
It'll be done.
Dr. Colden?
Hello, Betty.
What?
To put it in... I suspect you of having... But be warned.
You are right. The key is in...
Thank you. I shall go fetch it. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble. He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Doctor, please. My chest.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah! His
I'll tend to it.
Thank you. Mrs. Sanders? Chronic insomnia, like half the island. This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair. Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office. The operating room is never accessible after an operation. The boiler room key is not in its place. What are you... Yes,
It's the old...
What did you see?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
And that's...
Perhaps.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool. The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high. We're running out. I know. Once again.
Can't you do...
Donovan, we've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Doctor?
I'll tend.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion. It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Dr. Colden,
I was about... It's not your fault if...
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square up. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go.
Last. The missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Conclusions, session number 17. Patient? Sarah
This
Hawkins.
finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos.
Why is Ethan on medication? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It's fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement.
Ah, now that's the... I knew. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything.
He's...
No.
Oh.
The book.
Have you read...
Answer the...
Now, what did it...
She went and she was...
Let's... Who's...
Doctor. She's in... I have...
Wait! You might need my...
All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Now go...
Thank you.